All right, we're gonna go into our next movie. This one came in with 14 points, just edging the last one out by 1 point. Once again, surprise, surprise, it was just myself and Max that voted for it. I guess we were really
Jeez.
well on the
Hey,
same
dude.
wavelength.
Y'all must agree on your views on Disney, I suppose.
Mm.
Dominating this list.
Okay, we haven't had a movie in a minute.
Top critic says, I felt like this movie was a mixed bag. Not as bad as I feared it would be, but not as fun to watch as Tangled or a subversive Brave. This is a movie that came in with 90% tomato meter score, 85% audience score. You have all heard me about this movie. This was my number 2. It is Frozen.
Arendelle.
It's completely frozen.
Cold, 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 cold.
A real howler in July, yeah?
Bro, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
No.
Yeah.
If you
Not
want to
bad.
hear, I'm gonna comment down because if you want to hear some of my thoughts, we did do a podcast on most overrated movies. This definitely was one of them.
I agree. I agree.
The second
This
one wasn't
movie-
so good. I watched that in theaters. I didn't care for it.
This first one was bad. I wasted an hour 45 of my life watching it. Luckily, the tickets were free, so I didn't care.
It was a good tale of sisterhood, you know.
Oh my gosh, horrible. Did not help the hype it got.
You gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it go.
This is why.
Allow me before we got the rest of us squeeze in.
Anyway,
Let me squeeze in here. Let me squeeze this in. Because y'all about to get heated. I don't want it to go that route. I don't want to go there. So let me just
You
do that. The reason I put it on here is because, again, least favorite. I have a daughter who was particularly fond of this movie, so I've seen this movie way too many times, and I don't ever want to see it again. So yeah, I don't like it anymore. Yeah, it's turned sour.
Yeah,
Some of you parents out there know it. Okay,
I've seen it a
happens.
lot, and I'm still fine with it. I've seen Lion
Oh
King
my
once,
gosh,
too.
no. It's because the power of love, and instead of the usual love, it was a sisterly love. It was awesome. No, it wasn't. I had to sit through that whole thing. Olaf was one of the only good parts of that movie because he was at least somewhat funny, but the rest of it did not care. Okay, Anna, who is so desperate to love, I'm gonna find love in 10 seconds. I get it's Disney and all, but you know what?
I'm sorry. The characters were telling
desperate.
her how dumb it was, so at least they weren't trying to say it was a good thing.
Have some pride in yourself. Hold it for more value. Have some pride in yourself.
She does
all right?
later.
I'll give you this. This and Tangle started the trend of quirky personalities in their female protagonists that Disney is just beaten to the ground.
Yeah, it is. It is tiresome.
Yeah.
It's a tiresome trip at this point.
True. This whole Elsa thing. I turned things to snow, but I'm never going to tell my sister, and we're never going to be close because, really, it's your sister. Like, calm the heck down. This is why we had to hold you in. Like, next, like the trolls. Next, your parents. I'm sorry, they're crappy. Your parents are crappy.
I can tell you're passionate about this.
Yeah. I hated this one. It was dumb. It was stupid. You're just lucky. The only reason it's not number one because there's a movie that pissed me off even more than this. And again, one-time watch, more than enough.
I have a hard time believing something pissed you off more than this.
Oh, don't.
I hate to see that.
If it's the same movie I'm thinking
wait.
of, if that's the same movie I'm thinking of, yeah, you will.
Just wait.
Bro, it's not that bad, man. I'm gonna stand on that.
It's bad. It is horrible. It is horrible. Do not torture yourself. It's everybody just fell in love with the songs, and we didn't look past everything else. Again,
bro, most Disney
the whole
movies is
thing,
about like the songs and shit. Like, that's like most.
I'm sorry, they still have good stories in it. They still have good stories that are heart wrenching.
Do you want to go to Snowman?
Yeah, okay, cool. You got one. Also, I think I got annoyed at these songs.
Bangers, dude.
Banger. No, it had one good song. One. And that was the Olaf one because it was kind of funny because he didn't know what would happen if he melted. We're going to go on to the next one.
I'm afraid to say anything because I don't want to set him off.
I'm sorry. I've held it in for too long. I just need to let it go. All pun intended. All right. We're going to our fourth place. This was voted on by the two people who haven't spoken in a while.
Hey.
It was E3 and Vitamin J. This came in with 15 points, 37% tomato meter score, 40% audience score. One said line by line, scene by scene, visual gag by visual gag. This picture is disappointing. underpowered and dull, even for kids. It is Chicken Little.
He saw the signs. He tried to warn us. Now, in our darkest hour, he's got a plan to save us all.
Run!
Yeah, it really just stinks entirely. It's based off a classic story of the little chicken thinks the sky, chicken little thinks the sky is falling, but it's not. And they took the concept and they just made it about aliens and whatnot. It did not fit the story at all what it's supposed to be. Animation was hideous, the character design bad. And when I watched it, I felt nothing good in my heart watching it.
It was like cheap humor, cheap gags. A lot of the jokes were like mean about the town. They were like little crude, not crude, but a little mean with some of the jokes. I don't know. It's very slapstick, but like slapstick to me is kind of hard to do in animation.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. At least when you make this animation so terrible.
I don't think Zach Braff, I think, right, did the voice. I don't think he did a terrible job. But I don't think it fit Chicken Little.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. The voice acting did not match the character.
Of course, the Chicken Little story is a very short story, so a lot of the movie is like filler.
And then, like I said, Disney's actually made a good Chicken Little before. It's a short they made back in the 40s. That was actually a good short. Tells a story, and you watch it, and you enjoy it, and then you move on with like this. Was you watch it and you contemplate to yourself, why did I waste 81 minutes of my life?
If you want 40s or 50s knowledge, I mean, this is your guy.
We got 60 minutes of movie here. We got to fill out at least 20 more minutes. How do we do this?
I just don't think it's a story you can do to an hour, 80-minute movie.
No, it really is. Well, I was like, you know how like Pixar has a like a little cartoon before the movie starts. Disney used to have it as well.
Yeah,
that's what it should have been.
All right, we're gonna go into our number 3 movie. This came in with a 40% tomato meter, 49% audience score. It is none other. Came in with 19 points. Was voted on by everybody but Max. It is none other than Cars 2.
Wish me luck.
You go get him, buddy.
Welcome to the inaugural running of the World Grand Prix.
They're racing to save the world.
No one can stop us.
Finn McMissile, British intelligence.
Tomater, average intelligence.
Have you seen Cars 2? Okay, that's the only reason why you don't have it on your list.
Yeah.
It took the concept of Cars, which was an okay movie. It wasn't good. I think it was okay at best. They took the concept of it and they're like, you know what? Let's make the main character Mater. I heard the Carol guy. Let's make him the main character.
It's a spy movie.
Yeah, it's a spy movie. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So this is where like Pixar was in a rough spot because they were making banger after banger after banger. Then they released like this movie, like they're like, ugh, it's Pixar. This is terrible in all aspects. How could a studio make such great movies make such trash?
The third one is the best one. In my
opinion. The third one, I do think it's the best one. I do think that's actually a good quality film. But this
like let's go back to the racing thing, you know.
Yeah, actually, because I wasn't really into Cars, and then I actually saw this before I saw Cars, and I was like, why? Where did this sound like a good idea? And this actually turned me off from wanting to watch Cars, because I'm like, if this was what Cars was, then why was it so successful?
Yeah, I would never know.
It's just they tried to change Cars into like an action movie, and it just didn't work. And then they put way too much focus on Mater, like you said. He got way too much screen time.
And like I think Larry Carroll guy does a fine job as Mater, but he's one that you can only take in doses.
Yeah,
You know what I think happened is because this movie came out in 2011. I think they might have tried to take from the Fast and Furious because like a couple years before is when Fast and Furious became more of an action movie than racing. Yeah. And I think they might have been trying to take, let's make it action-y.
I think it's funny in the third movie, there was like zero mention of what happens in the second movie. It's funny.
Yeah, so, we're not going to like that happen.
If we ignore it, they won't remember.
Even you can tell Pixar was ashamed they made that movie.
Yep, pretty much.
Like, but this movie is so bad. I wouldn't even show my kids this. They've seen the first one. They've seen the third one. They have not seen the second one.
All right, we're gonna go into our next movie. It came in with 23 points, voted on by everybody. Coming in at number 2, this movie came in with a 65% tomato meter score, 48% audience score. It is none other than 2000s classic Dinosaur.
Walt Disney Pictures presents
We have a visitor.
a story of friendship,
What is it? I don't know.
courage, and loyalty.
What's the worst he can do?
Okay, what's the second worst thing?
Bro, this movie was
Man, we were hyped as kids for this. We were hyped as kids for this
Bro, we
movie.
were all into Dinosaur as a kid, and then I saw it as like a teenager, and it was terrible.
It was hot garbage.
The CGI was pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, for the time. But then you watch it now, like,
No, I will say that it did look good when we watched it.
but the story is bare bones, and the story's been done so many times. You know, dinosaurs trying to find a new place because, you know, the world's ending for them. And the story's been done before much better. And then, like I said, I was so hyped for this, man. I remember before it came out, I had blue sandals that was dinosaur brand on it. That had the main character's face on it and everything.
Yeah, I thought the main character itself in the movie was so bland. I mean, like, almost no personality.
Yeah, it was very bland.
Yeah, it was one that like I've tried to forget about. I nearly forgot about till we did this list. And that tells me all I need to know is
After you watch that movie, you're like, yeah, Disney's done better. That wasn't their best effort.
this is a bad day at the office is what I chuck it up.
Yeah, there's nothing about that was like particularly memorable. The only one part I remember is when like the dinosaur smiles, and it looks just so effing weird.
Yeah. Let's go into some honorable mentions. We're going to go into a movie that we've argued about before. I cannot believe this movie made the list, but Max just felt like it needed to make the list. Toy Story 4. You should be disappointed in yourself.
not
Max.
a bad
Stop.
movie.
Stop.
I put this at 10, and I only did it because I wanted to start an argument. Okay? Yeah, that movie is overrated. That is the worst Toy Story. The worst one.
It's not. It's not.
You know how Conjuring 3 felt like such a step down from the first two Conjuring? That's what this was to me. It felt like a clear step down from the first three.
I disagree. That's a step up.
No, absolutely not. So, yeah, that's why I put it in there, because I wanted just to let y'all know that you two bozos know it is the worst one.
It's not.
It's not the worst one. Second worst. Yes. Not the worst. 2 was worse than it. It was still a really good movie.
It's just so clear to me that it's the worst one, but
2 was definitely the worst.
it's fine. Look, I want to argue this in long form at some point.
Bring your nose.
Bring your nose.
Somebody agrees with me out there. I mean, what Bobby does here, but somebody out there does too.
All right. From controversial opinion to another controversial opinion, we're going into one of mine that I put. It is an old classic. It is Pinocchio. Yeah, didn't like it.
What about it?
I thought it was one kind of long. Seemed like it was dragging on forever. Not a big fan of, didn't really like Pinocchio as a person at all. I know he was a wooden toy, and boy, didn't really care for it. I didn't really understand what the joy was of this.
There are some parts of this movie that scared me as a kid when they would like transform to like the donkey things.
That will scare some kids.
This is why Pinocchio is one of the movies that why I tell people I love hand-drawn animation over computer animation, because it just looks so good. It looks so good when you watch it.
The velvety, smooth voice of Jiminy Cricket is pleasant.
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket was one of the better parts of this, but kind of like, yeah, Pinocchio. We
just don't have voices like that these days, huh?
Yeah, Cliff Edwards.
Phenomenal. But yeah, no, I disagree with you, mate.
Felt I didn't miss much.
You're lying on that one.
Saw it as a kid, felt good. Didn't understand the hype.
Looks like you're by yourself on that one.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew I'd be on a lonely island here. The next movie I want to talk about is one from D3. It is Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, and I was that's Amore scene. I did like that scene, but the rest of it I didn't like. And again, you got another scene in this film you can't do again.
You talking about the cats?
Yeah.
Didn't
they remake this movie recently?
But yes, they did. Yes, they did. It was like one that was straight to Disney Plus, so you know it was crap.
Yeah, I was just never a fan of this movie overall. There's a few things I liked, but overall, not a big fan.
All right, we're going to go into one that was voted on solely by Vitamin J. I'm pretty sure he's one of the only people that I know that ever watched this movie. It is Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Bro, this movie is so boring.
This one bombed, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did. A lot of people like this movie.
Are you really?
Yeah, I see it all the time, like underrated Disney movies list.
Bro, no, it ain't underrated. No, it's another one that's like a very bland story that like you just barely remember a lot of what happens in it.
Treasure Planet's better.
Yeah.
I'm a big Joshua will agree with you. Big Treasure Planet fan.
I think this might be Jim Varney's last role.
No.
I think it was.
Not the gut artist.
Yeah. It's a shame, but I do like his character in the movie though. But other than that, this movie doesn't do it for me.
All right, we're gonna go into our number one. It came in with a 71% tomato meter score, 70% audience score. This was voted on number one by everybody across the board. Came in with 40 points. It is none other than the horrible, devil awful movie and least favorite. And this one riles me up more than the other. But how anybody thinks this is a good movie. It is The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Leaves the mysterious bell ringer.
He lived a solitary life behind stone walls.
Hey, Quasi, what's going on out there? A fight? A flogging?
The Festival of Fools.
All right. Wine, women, and song.
Outside was a world he only dreamed about.
I'd never fit in out there.
Whoa!
Until he met Esmeralda.
Come with me.
You're right. I'll go.
Way to go, lover boy.
I will say that there's one positive. The voice acting is good. I can't remember. I think the voice actor is Tony Jay, the bad guy, and he's really good. So,
No, I do think they had a good bad guy. I think the bad guy was good.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movie is just so bad. I hate the gargoyle. I think the gargoyle really killed this movie.
Oh yeah, I didn't like it. But this was this time where Disney, every movie had to have that little sidekick.
Yeah, but the sidekick didn't work. It didn't work with this movie. And then, I'm sorry, one thing that annoyed me, this movie didn't end up happy. It really wasn't like a happy ending. I do not watch Disney for sad endings. I watch it for happy and everything's wrapped up. That is why you are Disney, and that's why you make kids' movies. To wrap it up nicely so I can enjoy and go on with my life.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, guys, I didn't like the design for Quasimodo. I didn't like the design at all.
You don't like him because he's ugly, right?
Well,
it was just a terrible design.
Yeah, you can do it a different way where it doesn't look like one eye is like popping out and stuff, you know.
He would have to look that hideous.
Like one eye is like perpetually swollen. I don't know if that's maybe how he was always supposed to look. I don't know, but it just didn't do it for me. As a kid, I just found him so visually unappealing that I didn't want to watch it again.
I do think like some of the themes are a little heavy for a younger audience.
It is quite dark, but that's what a lot of people who like it say they do like it because of the dark themes.
It had a good villain, and I like the song "God Save the Outcast," and I like his villain song because like the Hellfire or whatnot. I'm like, those are two good songs, but the rest of it, I can really do without. I didn't like the romantic lead in the movie.
Nope, didn't care. Didn't care. Come knowing me, Quasimodo didn't get the girl. Come knowing me the whole time as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason you don't see, like, Esmeralda with all the other Disney princesses, you know?
Yeah.
If Shirley does not get put in there.
Because they also realize it's trash. They also realize they messed up. This sucks. Just like the V-Day.
That is true. Like, this is one of the few IPs they've never put really in anything.
I mean, maybe because it was different, that's why people liked it. But don't tell me. But like, yeah, I get it had darker themes. But yeah, there's also better ways to do some darker themes or more serious content. Zootopia, I love that movie. Mm-hmm. That was a very much deeper movie, but they did a great job with it.
Zootopia is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
That hit a deeper theme for kids. Mm-hmm. Still enjoyed it.
I'm surprised you didn't fly off the handle like you did on Frozen. That's good. That's good.
You're more staying for Frozen.
Yeah, you should.
No, this movie is. It's, I think, because you all agreed with me, and I'm baffled how, and since I didn't have to defend my opinion, and this is universally, because no, this movie is pure trash. Do not know why it was made. Whoever made this should never direct again. And I don't know, I think it's really just a bunch of critics who are like, oh, it's a darker theme. Oh, it's cool. I want to be different. I want to be edgy. It's so cool. No, it sucks. It's stupid. And as a kid, I walked away. 1 hour and 30 minutes of my life wasted. I know it's 1 hour 26, but I spent 4 minutes pissed off that I watched this movie. 4 minutes pissed off. Like, why did I watch that? Why did I watch that? Pissed off. And this is one that I erased from my mind, and I haven't even given a shot again because I'm like, I don't want to waste my time.
I will agree. I think I may have only seen this movie once or twice, so definitely didn't work with me, brother.
There you go. All right. So that's our list. Did you agree with our list? Did you not agree? Was there a movie we missed? Was there a movie you thought should not have been on it? Do you also agree with me in how bad Frozen is? Please let us know in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate all the comments. We appreciate you all watching, viewing us, checking out every single week. And again, like always, if you have any suggestions for videos you want us to do, please leave it in the comments below. There's our list. Let us know. My name's Legacy.
And I'm Max.
I'm Bobby.
Bye, Jay.
And may the discussions begin. See you all.